Howdy and welcome back. I wanted to update regarding the Piggy Bank and what Forex Shark, the main developer of Animal Farm, had last said regarding the pausing of this contract. Now that is dogs and pigs that are currently paused at the moment. It looks like some of the farms are still kind of clicking upward, maybe in rewards, but they are paused. You can't do anything with it, at least from the UI perspective. Forex Shark did update to say that he's working on getting the swap over to version 2 of the pigs and dogs. It sounds like the process they're running through to make that happen is going to take about 10 days. So about 9 or 10 days likely from the time you're seeing this, or at least whatever day this is being posted. So about 10 days for that, and then the pig pen sounds like will take a moment longer. Apparently there's a little more that goes into this. He said it might take a month and a half to get that back up and running, but the piggy bank side and the pigs and dogs, that should be about 10 days. So that we're kind of giving some leeway. I would say assume something like 15 to be safe. There's always some type of snag along the way in development. Things are always a little delayed. So I like to add some padding when I'm thinking about the time frame. And remember that the launch of this version 2 has a couple of reasons. The reasons are twofold. One was to try to fix some of the issues from the initial launch that had to do with basically bots, supposedly bots. I'm not the expert there, and I can't tell you if that's what actually happened, but definitely some wallets getting in way too early. And then Forex mentioned that the liquidity pool was too low, like it was too shallow when they started off. They were trying to mirror the garden, but I guess this launch was bigger and also hyped up further. And pigs were already at a much higher rate. All those things I think kind of entered into it there. But this version 2 should help correct that and add the ability to fractionally compound. So if you're not one of the bigger boys with the big bags and you need to compound daily so that you can actually get your time lock bonus rewarded properly, you want to be able to compound daily on your time lock stakes. And you weren't able to do that with the current setup because it was set up like the garden where you have to have the 2,592,000 truffles to even make a piglet. And it sounds like now he's going to let us just fractionally compound whatever's available that day. Which, even though the visualization of that in the theme is a little more horrific to have fractional piglets, plants, that wouldn't have sounded so weird. Fractional piglets out of your truffles is kind of an odd imagery, but since the piglets and the truffles only represent value and you can't actually sell either of these, they're not even tokens, compounding those in a fractional way really shouldn't affect much, except it'll allow us on the smaller end of the spectrum who don't have as much staked, it'll allow us to actually compound daily and receive this time lock bonus, because you have to compound every day to receive that day's portion of the bonus. And you couldn't do that if you didn't have enough truffles being made every day, so you didn't have enough piglets and you had a smaller bag. So this is going to supposedly fix those two issues. Hopefully that new version goes live in about 10 days. That's what we're hoping to see. And then he's already taken the snapshot. So the snapshot's already happened. You don't need to compound anymore. Even if it says compound, even if it shows that button within the piggy bank. So we're not talking about the garden. Keep doing whatever you're doing in the garden. But the piggy bank, even if it says to compound down here under your banks, do not compound those right now. That's the message. That's the consensus I'm seeing from everybody, is that the snapshot's already been taken. So the snapshot's been taken. Everything's been paused. Whether you have liquid pigs, dogs, LPs, or you have them staked in any of the places they can be staked, those will be either airdropped back to you, or you'll be able to swap them out for the new token. Somehow he'll have instructions at that time when the new one goes live how to get swapped over to the new tokens. And since they're taking those botting those sniping wallets out. They're taking those out of the contract and kind of they're putting everyone else's transactions back in wherever they can, but those are being left out. So it might mean that some of those who had the smaller bags may actually end up with more piglets, the way I understand it. You may start off with more because those are being kind of distributed back in, or you'll end up with some more liquid, or you'll end up with more truffles. Either way, all those, that large portion of the pool that got kind of snapped up won't have been snapped up at that price. So you should see something beneficial. And it also sounds like that's the case with the pig pen. You should see something beneficial because he's apologizing that it's going to take so long to get that swapped over. Could be over a month. So you'll end up getting some extra pigs staked here, or some extra rewards to start off with, is what it sounds like to me. So they are working on that snapshot that's already happened. So it sounds like we just ignore that for now. You get back to the garden, get back to drip, whatever else you're focusing on until that rolls out. And that is all the updates I have from the developer and where the animal farm is right now. Thanks for watching. Hope that was informative. You guys have a great one. See you on the next video.